Good afternoon from Hackensack. So today, just woke up from a nap. It's the middle of the afternoon, and we're making some pasta tonight with some red sauce and cannellini beans pureed with the liquid, and also a couple of pounds of wild Gulf shrimp. The recipe includes sauteing the shells for flavor. I'm going to have to peel and devein those. We'll see how it goes. Mix of virgin olive oil and some thinly sliced garlic to start. Then I'm adding about a half of about half a bottle of the Victoria's white linen pasta sauce. It's a 40-ounce bottle. Had the fire turned up too high for the to brown the garlic, so that's what happened there. Now I'm going to be adding the pureed cannellini beans with their own with the juices. It's a 15.5-ounce can. I used organic cannellini beans from Whole Foods Market. You get a creamy sauce, sort of like Alfredo, when you put the cannellini beans in, but of course there's no cream in here. Beans are very healthy. I'm adding some anchovies and oil, a few capers. Those anchovies will dissolve and give the sauce a robustness, but there won't be any fishy taste. Some dried Italian herbs and red pepper flakes go in here. I'm using this organic panoni pasta from Italy, found at ShopRite. These are like large panna with lines in them. The recipe I'm using for the shrimp is from America's Test Kitchen. I saw this prepared in a video. It's called Shrimp Scampi. Of course, that's an oxymoron. Scampi and shrimp are two different seafoods. Scampi is a more lobster-like crustacean than shrimp. You find it served in Italy. But it calls for brining the shrimp in 3 tablespoons of salt and 2 tablespoons of sugar. This is the shelled shrimp. I'm gonna not use the sugar and probably just try 1 tablespoon of salt. Cooking time for the pasta was 9 minutes. Now I'll work on the shrimp. So after you peel and devein the shrimp, you reserve the skins, and you then prepare a brine with the tablespoon of salt that I used. The shrimp now spending about 15 minutes in the refrigerator in the brine. Then you use a slotted spoon, remove them, pat them dry with a paper towel. Heat a tablespoon of oil in a 12-inch skillet over high heat. That's my next step. Heating the oil, 1 tablespoon of oil on high heat until the oil shimmers. And then add the shrimp shells. Cook, stirring frequently until they begin to turn spotty brown and skillet starts to brown, 2 to 4 minutes. Then you remove the skillet from the heat. Carefully add a cup of white wine, dry white wine, and some thyme sprigs. I'm using rosemary also. When the bubbling subsides, return skillet to medium heat and simmer gently for 5 minutes. Shells are in there, 2 to 4 minutes. For 3 minutes, you can smell the shells here. Supposed to add take the pan off the heat and carefully add the wine. the thyme. I'm adding rosemary here. Turn it to medium heat. And you simmer gently for 5 minutes. I love this aroma, the shrimpy aroma, but I'm not sure I want to do this every single time I make this dish. Next step is to strain this mixture through a colander into a large bowl, and then reserving the liquid, you discard the shells. You're supposed to have 2/3 of a cup of liquid when you finish. Well, this is nowhere near 2/3 of a cup of liquid, so I might have to add some more wine. Not sure exactly what to do. 8 cloves of garlic sliced thin, some red pepper flakes, pepper, and then the cornstarch and lemon juice, and 4 tablespoons of butter. Well, I'm not going to use that. Maybe add some more oil. Black pepper. I added the white wine to make it 2/3 of a cup. As I said, I started with 2 pounds of shrimp. This recipe calls for only 1.5 pounds of shrimp, so I had more shells than they would have had. It's sad when you have used a recipe and it just falls short. So the lesson might be to use the ingredients, but just do your own thing. This is 5 minutes, and these look perfectly cooked. You can see they curled up a little bit. I'm going to turn the flame off. And this calls for parsley, but I'm going to use cilantro instead. Pretty much out of parsley. Unfortunately, cilantro's a little wet. I may have to throw the cilantro away, but I do have a little parsley. Okay, so the parsley's. So here it is, beautiful wild Gulf shrimp from Whole Foods Market, and organic panoni from ShopRite. Let's try the shrimp here. I gotta say, wow. And this doesn't need any butter. You know, it's just a shame. Recipes are filled with butter. They just want to clog your arteries. Enjoy.